Some of you may not know, I recently had shoulder surgery. They did little rotator cuff repair and I had a detached bicep kind of. So it was right here. They disconnected it. They moved the muscle over to the inside, drilled a little hole in the bone, and they drove in a little plastic stud. And the bone currently is growing around that stud. They say 6 to 8 weeks, and the bone will have grown around that stud enough that it helps the muscle reattach to the bone and everything just works together. Very interesting and strange how fast that works. I would assume it would have taken much longer, but they say 6 to 8 weeks and I'll be right as rain. If rain just means I can take the splint off and hold the weight of a coffee cup. So we'll see. As for right now, though, check this out. This is progress. Look at this. Yeah, that's a fist. I just made that. I need a nap. This is the long-awaited QIDI Box. I know I'm very excited to have this. And let's just get this out of the way. The +4 I bought myself. QIDI did send this to me, though, free of charge. I didn't pay them, they didn't pay me. No money has exchanged hands either direction. So what that means is they're not going to influence what I say or what I show, and they are seeing this video the same time that you are. That being said, let's get into some of the stats. As far as the product dimensions go, this guy is weighing in at about 4 kg, empty, no filament in it. It's not a real heavy little box, but one thing you will notice is it has like suction cup feet or something. These suckers are super sticky. It's pretty nice, but it's a little shocking when you go to lift it up. Like that sucker feels like it's really glued down. And it's not just to the glass. I had it sitting on my desk and it's the same thing. Like it is very grippy. So I'm very happy with that, but it's only weighing in at 4 kg. So it's not the actual weight that's weighing it down. It's pretty nice. The width of this box is 14 inches or 356 millimeters. The depth, we're looking at 11 3/4 inches or 299 millimeters. The height, this sucker's coming in at 9 1/4 inches or 235 millimeters in the Z. And the last measurement would be on this tube that sticks out on the side. I know there's been a lot of talk about this, how far it's going to stick out, and it looks like we are right about 110 millimeters, maybe 108, but you get the idea. All right, we're going to go over the filaments that are supported and the filaments that are not supported. For the supported filaments, we have PLA, PETG, ABS, ASA, PET, PA, PC, PVA, BVOH. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. PP, POM. What is that? That sounds like a clinic at the hospital. Anyways, more hips. These sound like medical terminology. HIPS, TPU, TPU 64D. ABS-CF, ABS-GF, PLA-CF, PLA-GF, PETG-CF, and guess what? PETG-GF. OMG, that's not a filament. PPS-CF, PET-CF, and PET-GF. And there's probably a couple they forgot to put on this list. Let's go over the ones that are not supported. This is a much shorter list. Basically, generic TPU. PVA that's damp. Oh, this is another friendly one here. Another one's come back around. BVOH. If it's damp, that's not supported. Really, I mean, I would imagine if you got any wet filament, it's probably not a good idea to run it through this. I mean, it has a dryer on it. Can we just dry it out first? Can we all agree to do that? It would eliminate half the stuff on this list. TPU 95A. Oh, this is interesting. QIDI PAHT. What is PAHT? So you can't run that through here. And basically anything else that is super brittle or hard. So I think what they're worried about is as the filament's flowing through the Bowden tubes, it's going to snap or crack. QIDI does not recommend the cardboard spools in this box. That's not a big deal. The workaround is you print a little plastic ring, slap it on the filament, and you're good to go. The QIDI box can support up to 16 different colors, which means you can daisy chain 4 of these boxes together. And it's not just colors, but also multi-material. That's pretty cool. But it does seem that 16 is the industry standard nowadays. It's good to see QIDI is right there running with the pack. QIDI Box has dual hardened gears. I think that's a good idea given the abrasive materials you're probably going to be running through it. I know that the filaments with the fillers really chew up nozzles rather quickly. I don't know about the gears. I would imagine the gearing is going to be a problem also. But with the hardened gears, it's not going to be an issue. According to QIDI's website, not only is this a multi-color system, but it's a multi-material system. So the example they gave was you can print PLA and use PETG supports, or vice versa. That works out pretty good, especially if you have something you really need the surface to be super clean and the supports are going to hit there. If you use that different material, it'll just peel right away and it leaves a really nice finish. The QIDI box is actively heated up to 65°, and one of the cool things is that you don't have to be printing to use the heater. So you can run this heater even when you're not printing. Another thing I really like about this is it has automatic filament reload, I think is what they call it. So basically, if you're running low on one spool of filament, you can put the next roll in there and you can set it to where it'll automatically roll over and start printing on the new roll once the first one rolls out. So this is going to help get rid of all those partially empty spools you have sitting around. I know I have plenty of them. What seems to be also an industry standard, or we're getting there, is the NFC tag reading. And this QIDI box does that also. I bought some PETG just for this QIDI box. It does not have NFC tags in it, but I could see QIDI adding the NFC tags to everything in the future. It kind of seems like that's the way things are going. In 3D printing, almost everybody's pretty safety conscious. I know I am about all the printers I have. And because this has an active heater in it, QIDI went ahead and put in, I guess it's like a thermal runaway safety switch. So once it gets to a certain point, it'll automatically shut down. Give you a little extra peace of mind, you know? Let's get this thing unboxed and give you a quick rundown of what's inside. There's some instructions, a couple cables, and a box of accessories. Inside there, what do we have? That's a new extruder. That is the USB adapter. And the hub, which has this really cool bracket. Looks like it just slides on where the filament spool mounts. First is going to be a new extruder. So we're going to pop off this tool head cover. It's pretty simple. You just go up. I think I can even do it one-handed. There. Up and out. Pops right off. Then I think the instructions say we have to unplug 2 cables. That's one. There it is. And then we're going to slide this out. That's disconnected. And we're going to pull the PTFE tube out. Oh, I need you to help. I'll push this in and you pull that up. Go. All right. Very good. Now we unscrew the extruder. Looks like there's only 2 screws, one at the top left and one at the bottom right. Good, good. All right. Now I think it just pulls out. Let's see here. Oh yeah. That's the old one. We're going to get this new one popped in. They look identical. I think it goes in like that. Does that look right? All right. Go ahead and get 1 screw at a time there. We'll pop it back in. It goes back the same way it came out. Top screw on the left, bottom screw on the right. All right, and then these cables get reconnected. This slides back in there. All right. Man, these are hard to see. They're so little. Okay, that's in. All right, now we're going to put the front cover back on. It's a pretty nice design. Like, that's it. It's so fast. It just kind of goes on a little high, drop it down, push it in. Works out perfect. It's very nice. And that's it. Then we're going to put this PTFE tube back in. And we're going to pop this clip in there. This is just like a little safety clip. There's 3 little pieces to install inside of the printer. First up is the leverage bracket. You put this tape stuff over it. Then we move on to the scraper. It looks like a little metal rake, a miniature rake. The important piece here is when you press it on, get it nice and tight. See how it's high on the ends there? You want to make sure that the scraper is even with that lower section, kind of in that valley. You want it to be flush with the lowest part of that. Next up is what's called the sticker for wiping. It's actually a little metal plate. It has a little ramp on it. That ramp goes to the back. You want to make sure it's flush. See how she's checking it there? You want it to be absolutely flush on that outside edge. And then there's a little hole in it. That hole goes towards the bed. Next up is a USB adapter. You want to do 1 screw at a time on this. Get the new one in. Then on the other side, the old screw just pops out through that hole, and the new screw has a bigger washer to hold it on. Then you're all done, and the USB now is on the left-hand side. And you're going to install all 4 of the PTFE tubes into the left side of this, and the right side is where the PTFE tube sticks out and goes in the side of the machine. This is a much better picture of everything that's going on back there. It's a lot cleaner, I think. And I got this from QIDI's wiki. And there you can see the hub and how everything connects to it and then goes from the hub into the actual machine. This is pretty important here. Make sure the plug is plugged in all the way. See here, I had mine a little bit loose and I ended up having the QIDI box shut down on me mid-print. It threw me for a loop. I was a little confused on what was going on. Then I went around back and bumped the cable and everything flickered on the QIDI box, and I knew that's what I screwed up. So just make sure your cords are plugged in. It's peel time. Well, I have the latest firmware updated. The QIDI box is all installed, and it's pretty cool because now on the control screen, you can see a little picture of the QIDI box. And then when you click on it, it gives you the option to start loading. Oh, one more thing. So I did pick up 4 rolls of QIDI PETG. You know, I don't remember the colors I got. This is green. So let's set this aside for a moment. And what else do we have here? Blue. Oh, a little bit of a powdery blue. I was kind of hoping it would be a little darker than that, but I'll use it. Open that and then let me smell that right when you open it. Let's see that bag. See if it has goodness. Oh, QIDI filament smells good. All right. So what I think I'd like to do is from left to right, let's do black, white, blue, and green. Does that sound good?
That's good, that's good, that's good.
All right. So it sounds like we're just going to feed it in and the system's going to acknowledge it. So let's pop this up here. And then we're going to pull this out because we have to load it. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Look at it go. I think it's trying to find out if this has RFID, which it may not. Maybe not all of QIDI filament has it. That's cool. And then it has this little switch you flip. And they're all tucked in. That clicking sound that we hear when the spools are loading is actually this little gear here. So it looks like what they did is they set this up to where when you feed the filament in, it allows it to free flow. But it does not allow the filament to go back the other direction. So what that would do, I guess, is that will stop it from unwinding while the spool's sitting here and you're trying to load it. So to do that, it looks like what they did was they installed a ratchet mechanism. And you can see here, see this gear? This gear kind of pops over to the right and then it slaps back. That is the sound we're hearing. The sound is that gear slapping back into place. So at first that really bothered me. I thought, oh my God, this is the worst stepper motor ever. What is wrong? I did notice that after a while of being in the room with it, I didn't even hear that anymore. Maybe it's quieter with the lid down, but I really got to the point that I didn't even notice it. It's all unboxed, set up. Clearly I've been printing on it. A few of the prints may have walked out of the house. Some I knew about. I think there's a couple, I don't know where they are. Maybe Miss Filament Factory has them at her work. When you put in as much work as she does, you kind of get to do what you want. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's go over these real quick. Look at this. This is a Papa Smurf or a, what? Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a Grumpy Smurf. Look at this. This sucker is so freaking clean. Look at the eyeballs. And there's no bleed, 0 bleed on that. It is absolutely perfect. And then this is the waste. This is the little purge block. And of course, keep in mind, this, like any other system just like it, it's a pooper. So I didn't bag up all the poop because that's kind of weird. But it does poop. It's a pooper. That's what they do. Next up, Yodas. And just for the record, baby Yoda, that's my Yoda. I don't acknowledge grown-up Yoda. It's only the baby. And this sucker is freaking cute. Again, look at the eyes. There is 0 bleed between the eyes. Where it transferred between black and green, it's flawless. This is absolutely beautiful. And then this is a little purge tower from that. Then I made these work cones, which are super cute. Do I even have to keep saying it? No bleed, of course. Now this is an easy one, right? That's a softball. Big deal. It didn't make it bleed on that, right? There's the purge tower for this one. But look at this. This is the cutest little cat pot you've ever seen. Now this one, it is impressive. There, again, no bleed in there. It goes from white to black. It is perfect and beautiful. Look at the little tail on this. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. And that's our little purge tower for that. At the time of recording this, the QIDI Box is running about $228. Not a bad price. I don't know if it's going to go up or down or stay the same, but at $228, that's a pretty good deal. I appreciate you watching this video. And if this inspired you, I guess I apologize to your wallet in advance.